Hi beauties, welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm really excited to talk about the third trimester updates. I feel like I have so much to tell you guys. And also I did open up my vlog channel once again, Dulce Candy TV. I've had it for many years, but the last time that I posted something was about 3 years ago. So I just uploaded a vlog, and that's where I'm gonna keep all of my personal vlogs and a lot of things like with my family and stuff. So if you guys want to follow my channel again, I'll leave a link for it down in the description box so you guys can check it out. So I do check the status of my baby through the app called the Bump, and it always tells me like the size of my baby boy. And he is currently about 3 pounds, 15 inches long, and about the size of an acorn squash. So that's how big my baby is. Honestly, he feels that humongous because I have been growing so much. And now that I'm in my third trimester, a lot of the major organs have been developed. So now we're really focusing, he's really focusing on just getting chubby and fat and getting ready to come out. I haven't bought a crib, I haven't bought a bassinet, I haven't bought absolutely zero. I have zero, guys, right now. So where can we start? Major differences. I'm super tired now, so I really have to be very cautious about where I exert my energy, because let's say, for example, I decide to wash the dishes and clean the kitchen. That takes a lot of energy from what I could be doing instead for a business that I'm launching, or just planning more content on YouTube and just my career in general. So I really have to be super mindful about what activities I do. Thankfully, we do have a housekeeper, we have a nanny, and we've had her for maybe like 3 years. And I actually never talked about it, guys, because to be honest with you, a few years ago when I used to live in the old house, I actually mentioned that I had a dog walker, and I got shamed by other women for having a dog walker. And I just couldn't understand where this shame was coming from, because if you need the help, why do we get shamed for asking for help? And I'm at a point in my life now, this is like 5 years ago when this happened. So after that, I never talked about having a housekeeper or a nanny, because people are like, how come you don't clean your own house? Like, you should be cleaning your own house, you work from home, or like all of these ideals that are like people try to project onto me. So I never talked about it. But in order to be able to run a successful business, or to try to launch a new business and really, dive yourself into a new career, and also being a great mom, a great wife, and being involved in the activities of all your children, there needs to be some balance. And I realized that for me, one of the biggest things that took away a lot of energy and time is deep cleaning an entire house, and especially now that I'm pregnant. So I am actually very proud to say that I do have a housekeeper, and if anybody has an issue with it, it really doesn't matter, because it's not going to affect what I do or the decisions that I make. So there is a fear of revealing yourself like that, and then other women coming at you and attacking you for getting help. Like, if you need help, get the help. There's no shame in getting help. And if you can afford the luxury, or if you can budget a housekeeper and it takes away that pressure from you from cleaning the house, like, that's wonderful. Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. We need to move away from the fact that women are supposed to be cleaning the house, they're supposed to cook and clean, like that's a woman's duty. No, if a woman wants to do it, then she's going to do it, but not because other women are telling her, or because society is telling her, or because that's expected of her. Like, women should do what they want because they want to do it, not because of expectations from other people. With this pregnancy, something that I noticed is that I've been getting a lot of dark spots on my body. These dark spots happening are also known as the mask of pregnancy, melasma, which are hyperpigmentation spots throughout your body. Some women get it in their face. I did not get that with Isaac. That's something I did not experience at all, except the line beneath my belly button. But I don't know why, this pregnancy, my armpits got dark, the skin around my breast got, like my breast, actually, not the nipple, but like the skin around the nipple, my breast got dark. My butt cheeks got dark, my upper thighs got dark. And I was actually talking to another mom, and she said her private areas got darker too, and they never went back to normal. So I know this line definitely fades away. I just want to be even. I want to know if these dark spots go away. I didn't experience it in my first pregnancy, so you guys let me know in the comment section if you experienced any dark patches, hyperpigmentation, and if it actually went away, because yeah, this is like brand new to me. Like, my body has changed so much, and my belly has grown so much. Also, it's only getting bigger, guys. I still have about 2.5 months. So it's only getting bigger. But I can't believe it's going by so fast. I'm super excited, and I'm even getting more emotional now just thinking that there's gonna be a new baby, and we're super excited. His head is actually right here. I just went to go see my doctor, and his head is here. His whole body is down here, and then his legs are down here. So it always gets really hard up here. And I thought it was like the Braxton Hicks contractions, but it's just him pushing, like stretching out, basically, is what the doctor said. I wrote some notes because pregnancy brain is real, for real. So guys, remember how I had all of these weird cravings for dirt and licking bricks and eating ice and chewing on mud, and just like, I still have those cravings. So a lot of you guys were saying that I was low on iron, and I actually wasn't low on iron. And these cravings I've had my whole life, but now that I'm pregnant, I'm like, really? It's a really huge craving of mine, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, I told one of my friends, and her young friend was there, and she gave me like this look like I'm weird because I said that. Don't even care about that. But it's like, to me, it's not a big deal talking about this craving. I don't know why some people are really just like freaked out by me saying that I have this craving, but it's the reality. Like, that's what I crave. Like, why am I gonna lie about it? So my doctor said my iron levels were actually really high. And just recently though, I went to the doctor, and she said that I am not low on iron, but I am borderline anemic. And she just prescribed cream of wheat, which is high in iron. And she also said to take a supplement, an iron supplement. My multivitamin actually doesn't even have iron, and I just honestly haven't been on top of me eating like leafy greens or red meat or just food with more iron. So she said to eat the cream of wheat, which is kind of like oatmeal, and it actually tastes really good. So she said to eat that, and then if I feel like I need more, to have like the supplement, but the supplement really upsets your stomach. That's what I'm doing, but I still have my cravings. I do. Oh, I also wanted to give you guys an update on the unexpected ultrasound results that I got back in December when I was maybe like 15 weeks or something like that. So it's been a while. I just never gave you guys an update, but I was highly concerned because the ultrasound technician found a white marker in my baby's liver and also in his heart. So my doctor then, my OBGYN, she actually told me that the white marker in the liver is very common in boys, and they actually outgrow it. But she still said, I'm gonna send you to a high-risk pregnancy doctor, and they're gonna be able to give you a more thorough exam and ultrasound of the baby, of the anatomy of the baby. And they did that. The photos were incredible. I actually got to see my baby like in 3D, which was amazing, and he's so cute and chubby. And I got really great news that the white marker in the liver, actually, he did outgrow it in the belly, and he still had the white marker in the heart, but it's not a big concern. And the ultrasound technician said that if I wouldn't have mentioned it, she wouldn't even bring it up, but that was the whole reason why I was there, you know, but she didn't know why I was there. She was just doing the measurements, and she was pretty incredible at it. So the doctor came in, and he's like, honestly, it's not a big deal at all. Like, this is kind of like a birthmark, and I wouldn't be concerned about it, not one bit. Because usually these markers, if they're found all over the body, like the brain and like the liver, the heart, other organs, they usually signify Down syndrome. But we did do genetic testing on the embryo. We also did more testing for Down syndrome after when I was with my OBGYN, and everything came back great. And a mom actually shared with me that the doctor told her that her baby was going to be born with Down syndrome because of these white markers, and her baby was born completely healthy, and she now has I believe her child is like 10 and completely healthy. So, but thank God everything came back normal and everything is great. I also did do the glucose test. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about the glucose test because I had the worst experience with Isaac with the glucose test. It really upset my stomach. I failed it. I had to do it twice. And you drink this drink that tastes like a flat Sprite, super sugary, disgusting, really disgusting. So I was really dreading the glucose test that I had about 3 weeks ago, or maybe a little bit longer. And this time she gave me one that's fruit punch, and I had it in my fridge, and you're supposed to drink it about 30 minutes before you get to your appointment, and you're supposed to drink it within like 10 minutes. And I did that in the car. I didn't get sick. I was able to drink the whole thing. It wasn't disgusting. So if you're able to ask your doctor for the fruit punch flavor, get that flavor, guys, because that one does not taste nasty at all. And yeah, so I passed my test, and it was like nothing. It was not a big deal. Like I was just in and out, you know? So I had a great experience with my glucose test. But on my way there, I was like, guys, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm lying to myself that I'm excited about the glucose test, but I'm really not. And it turned out to be a great experience. So a few things that I'm looking forward to, guys. I do have my maternity photo shoot. I just had my fitting. I'm gonna do a behind the scenes vlog on my vlog channel if you guys wanna check it out. But I just had the fitting, and the gowns look so beautiful, and I'm just so happy that I'm gonna have a maternity photo shoot, like these beautiful photos, and I'm really excited about it. So that's something that I'm looking forward to this month, that it's happening. And my family, my boys and I, were actually gonna go on a baby moon, which is a new thing to me. I didn't know about baby moons, but it's basically a vacation that you take somewhere before the baby comes. I'm excited about the baby moon, and it's actually hosted by a brand, which I'm so excited because they made it happen. And I'm just so grateful for that opportunity because I'm really excited. I'm gonna go to a resort. We're gonna go to a place where we've gone before, and it's one of our favorite places to take a little vacation, and I love that. It's gonna be here in California, not in LA, but nearby, and I'm really excited about it. So that's gonna happen next month though, for spring break, which this leads me to the next thing is breastfeeding. I actually met up with a lactation nurse. She came over to my house for about an hour and a half of a consultation, and this was actually a gift by my manager, Layla. She gifted me this wonderful gift because I had so much anxiety behind breastfeeding. I had I had a hard time, I was gonna say, breastfeeding Isaac. The first time, I had no clue how to get him to latch on. There was no lactation nurse when I gave birth at the hospital that I gave birth at for Isaac. Nobody around me actually taught me how to properly breastfeed a baby. So the way that I was doing it was just so wrong. Like the nipple was right by his teeth basically, and he couldn't really like get milk out. And I didn't know like that the milk that comes out first is called colostrum, which is like the best kind of like golden magical liquid that we produce with our bodies. And so I wasn't getting a lot of milk, and I didn't know that it takes about 2 weeks for your full supply of milk to come through. So I had a lot of anxiety behind it because I just kind of gave up, to be honest with you guys, like I've mentioned before, and I just said, I'm not getting any milk. I don't know how to do it. And I was 23. It just didn't happen, okay? So this time, my manager gifted me this consultation, and it put me at ease because we talked about so many of the questions that I had, and she showed me actually with a baby and a nipple prop how to actually get the baby to latch on. And I'm really thinking about hiring her so she can be there when I give birth, and also maybe a few days here at my house so she can help me out. And she taught me so many things, but it's just really great just having that knowledge about the power of the the colostrum and the breast milk. Oh, one thing that I found really interesting was about skin to skin contact, right? The importance of it. And she's like, when the baby is born, you really don't have to keep the baby fully clothed. You don't need the socks, you don't need a lot. Maybe just wrap him in like the hospital blanket, maybe another blanket if it's cold. But you want to keep the baby naked for the most part with this little diaper on. Keep it naked for the most part, so when you're breastfeeding, you have more skin to skin, and you also don't want to have like a shirt on, obviously, or anything on, so you really want the skin of the baby to be with your skin. She also shared with me the importance of skin to skin contact with the father and the bonding and the power that the skin to skin contact has. She said that there was a study that was done that showed that domestic violence in a man actually decreased by 70% if they did skin to skin contact with their newborn baby. I thought it was really interesting. She also shared with me something that I thought was really interesting, because I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, or maybe you saw somebody that you know do this, or you heard an older person in your family say how you should not be picking up the baby when they're crying, that you should let the baby soothe themselves, that you should let the baby just cry it out, figure themselves out, close the door, let them cry. We're talking about a baby, not a toddler or a young child who's throwing a tantrum. We're talking about a baby. And so basically what's happening is that the baby is a baby, right? So they don't have the awareness to be able to comprehend that by them being left to cry, they're actually soothing themselves. So that's not what's happening. Some babies actually do stop crying, but not because they learned how to soothe themselves. They learned that when they have a need, that need is not being met. So the scientists actually found that the brain activity of these babies who are being left to cry have the same brain activity of a depressed adult. And I found that to be very sad. I never let my child, Isaac, cry because I always knew that if he cried, it's because he wanted something, and that's what they need. That's the way that babies communicate, is by crying. And I just personally never did that. Even with your family, like if you have sisters or cousins and you disagree with their parenting style, you can't even say anything, because I got in a fight with my sister once for the way that she disciplined her daughter. I just thought it was too harsh the way that she did it. And I said something because it was done in front of me, and me and her got into a big fight. Because like an argument, because she felt like I was undermining her as a parent in front of her child. But I just felt like maybe it was just too aggressive the way that it was being done. And that's the last time I ever said anything. My lactation nurse said that breastfeeding happens 24/7, all right? So all day, basically, every 1 to 3 hours. 3 hours being the longest that the baby should go without eating, especially when you're first, starting off, because you really want to be able to stimulate the milk supply to come in, and you really need your baby to be latching on and extracting the milk out, even if it's a little bit of milk. So my nurse said that it's gonna be that I should put a timer at night, not a timer, an alarm clock, so I can wake up every 2 hours to breastfeed my baby. And I was like, oh my gosh, like all day, guys. Yep, all day, all night, every 2 hours. Wake up, breastfeed, wake up, breastfeed. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna do it because this is something I really wanna do. I wanna breastfeed for as long as I can. And I don't even care if I don't get any sleep. This is something I want to do. And so many of the moms that breastfeed, they tell me about the intimate relationship that they've developed with their babies. Don't know how I'm going to do it without sleeping, really, but I'm already not sleeping as it is, so I think I'm going to be good. Did I even show you my belly? Let me show you my belly. Okay, so this is my belly. It's humongous, and I feel so much weight down here. There it is. The skin gets so itchy. My belly button is almost like popping out. His head is here. Oh my gosh, he's definitely down here right now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to my vlog channel because there's a different audience on my vlog channel because it's like personal life as in comparison to this one. So it's really interesting just to see like the people. Well, actually I have some crossovers, which I would think everybody would be a crossover, but not necessarily. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will link my vlog channel down below. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I can't wait to see you guys on my next video. Bye.
But I know it's there. That's a sure.